Hey guys, welcome back to another Roblox video. And today I'm going to be showing you how to play the new game that just released, Venture Tale. Well, you might have played it in testing, but it is now officially out. It's been out for a while, people have been grinding it. I sadly didn't buy the beta. It's also an event, but I'm just going to be talking about the basics of how to play the game and stuff. So basically, how you're going to want to play the game is you can get different classes. You can look it in here and buy them. You start with, I think, 4 classes that you can choose from the tutorial. And then you'll have to buy the rest with gems. Don't worry, gems, you might need to buy some for the higher up ones, but once you start playing, you kind of get them easily. I have 5 classes so far. They're And then the ones that are higher up, you actually need level requirements in other ones because they're much better, as you can see. The ones I have on right now, I have a sword and a shield on. What is great about having one that's one-handed is like you can upgrade 2 at a time. So while upgrading my sword, I can also upgrade my shield at the same time. Yeah, you have all this stuff here, and we're just gonna go into pretty easy round, probably this one. You can see the loot in the dungeon, all the classes that even you don't have. And yeah, let's just start this one. You can create a lobby. One cool aspect I like about creating lobbies is you can also change it to be hardcore or not hardcore inside when you already have the dungeon, which I think is pretty unique. I've played dungeon games and I don't think any of them has been able to do that before. So it's kind of good thing for me. This is how the dungeon is going to look at first. This is one of the starter ones. One thing it does is it waits all the players, but if there's like 2 players and one's waiting, it starts counting down. So if one of them's AFK, you can just go after like 30 seconds. One thing that you might want to do when you're a melee player, maybe with a sword, you might want to go up the mobs. There's also ranged ones like bow. Bow is pretty OP. I would recommend using bow as one of your classes. It's pretty easy to use. I mean, if you more like meal, like design, close combat. Shield doesn't really do much. It's kind of there for accessory, but this is kind of how it looks. You can also, one cool aspect is you light the mobs on fire using the campfires. And then once you kill them, they're charred bodies. It's kind of cool. You can also light yourself on fire. I'm just going to be talking about all the aspects and stuff. Now, I didn't know what this red line around the gobs were at first, but it actually marks the last remaining like 4 or so mobs. So it's kind of useful. You're like, where is that last mob? And good thing it has an outline because it's pretty easy to see. I also have other abilities. This one and this one are like, so if you have your sword in this hand, it's going to be your sword ability on the Q. And then if you have a second one, then my shield ability over there. But if you have a 2-handed weapon, you're only going to have one in one slot occupied, not 2. Now here is the boss room. It also does the waiting for players thing, so you know you got healed up before you go to the boss. This is boss. It also, one thing is it backs away. It just doesn't just stand in the middle of the room like almost all bosses. Not almost all of them. Just stand. This is also what archers do. Archer mobs. They start backing up when you start attacking. So kind of makes it more challenging. You don't memorize the patterns to kill the boss. You can also replay the dungeon. It gives you loot, like even if you aren't even equipped in that class, you'll get a bow for some reason. Here it says your XP. The event that's going on has sand dollars and stuff. Has all the stats that you can get. And we can go back to lobby and look at more of the other stuff there. I'm not a pro at this game yet, but would say I'm decently high level. I'm kind of like leveling up all of them instead of just sticking to one. Could also buy cosmetics, there's daily quests, partying. Can also kind of explain the event that's going on right now. So you can open the event page, you have these dollar things in. I'm pretty sure you get more when you do the event Goblin Bash thing, but normally you get some the seashells after you finish the normal dungeon as well. You can buy cosmetics, which is kind of unique, like, because then you can have every single level instead of like doing it. So this event will be going on for about a month, so you have time to level up, I guess. I definitely need to. Most of them are 30 plus. Have the fusion over here. This is where you can like level up something. You can put this in here and put in all the other stuff, and each of these gives XP. One other thing you can do is you get legendaries, then you put it in here, and it adds it too. So this is a scroll for a shield bash, which conveniently went on that. Blacksmith erases that stuff that we just did. If you deleted your items, you can buy it back here. With the different classes you can see here. You have sword, shield. Oh wait, no wait. Is that a? I think that's a dagger. Yeah, that's dagger, shield, sword, bow, staff, axe, book, crossbow, rapier, wand, power. Is that a spear? I think that's a spear. It blends in. Hammer, pulley arm. It's kind of weird. And then great sword. We could try out another bow one, which is kind of overpowered. They're always overpowered. I'm just gonna put on this. Oh, look at all that stuff. Unequipped. I'm gonna put on some random stuff, I guess. Where's... Alright. Just put that on. And let's try out one of the dungeons. So you think bow has a limited range in this game, and it might not be good, but the range is pretty far. There's one dungeon that has spiders on the walls, and the archers just shoot it straight from the wall. And yeah, it's pretty easy for them. Don't really need to equip most things. Can hold down it. You do kind of need to aim. So you can see you can go all the way over there. Like, that's pretty far range. Although one thing about ranged weapons, kind of don't large groups much, so definitely spells are good to use then. Although the bow's ability is pretty good, like you can gather them up in a group and then go like that. And through most of them, but sometimes that isn't big enough for big groups. It's kind of hard when you are not a ranged player and then you have one that you're duoing with, because they mostly take over and doing the damage since it's so easy for them. You can see all the effort they put into this game. I definitely like this over most dungeon games. It's kind of unique, and you don't just level up once and that's your total level. And then you're super OP. This one's like you can go back, restart level. So you see I'm not level 18, now I'm level 9. And it's like You can't even see that I'm that level anymore. So it's kind of like restarting when you do a new class. Although you do have like OP items for next level and stuff. If you get an next bow. Here we go. One thing I think some people might get confused about is for hardcore, if you die, what happens? So basically, if you're doing hardcore and you're with a party, that's a good thing. Because if you die and they are still alive, your other person, you can respawn back into the game. It's not like hardcore done. You die and you're gone. You do get another chance. As long as your teammate doesn't die, that is. I don't really do much of non-hardcore, but I'm pretty sure you can just come back anytime like normal. Yeah, this is basically it for Venture Quest. It's kind of a cool game. If you have time, you should go check it out. It's a game that you can do a lot in, since there's how many classes are there? 15 classes. 15 classes, which means you can level up all those to level 30, which is the max level, I'm pretty sure, right now. So that's gonna be a lot of leveling, but you kind of don't get bored of this game, or at least I don't, because I play a dungeon game. But there's a lot you can do in this game. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy. I might do more Venture Quest videos. Definitely might will. And see you guys in the next one.